another QB competition in Cleveland. I'm going to explain why you shouldn't be shocked at all if you are, and why this isn't a bad thing at all through the nightmares that we had all of last season during training camp when we had a 4-quarterback competition, and why it's totally going to be different this time around. Let's roll right into it. Andrew Berry came out, the combine is this weekend, and they asked him about the starting quarterback role. And he said that there is no QB1 as we speak. Shedeur Sanders will not be handed the job. There is going to be a quarterback competition between Shedeur Sanders, between Deshaun Watson, between Dillon Gabriel, and there is rumors out there that they may add outside quarterbacks into the room. Now, that part, we'll get into that a little bit later. But listen, this is not a bad thing, okay? How is this not a bad thing? Oh my goodness. Now, I'm going to tell you why here in a second. Todd Monken is a brand new coach for the Cleveland Browns. This is his first head coaching job that he has ever had in his young age of 59 years old. Do you think Todd Monken, when he is sitting in his office without a training camp, without anything under his belt, just wants to go, you know what? Shedeur Sanders, you're my QB1, without even watching you throw one throw in camp? Or go, you know what? Deshaun Watson, you are my quarterback. I don't care. Let's roll. Or you know what? Dillon Gabriel, you're my guy. That's not how it's going to work for Todd Monken. He is not going to hitch his coaching life on one guy. February 24th, 2026. I had to figure out what the date was. I forgot that fast. This is why this is not a bad thing. It's only February. I am not mad at it. Now, if you would have asked me 2 weeks ago, I'd be furious because I just want it to be Shedeur. I still think it should be Shedeur. I am not backing off my stance. I still think it should be Shedeur, but I understand why it's happening. We haven't had the combine. We haven't had the draft. We even haven't had a snap of training camp. And for a brand new coach, I'm keeping it in there, to strap his coaching life on one quarterback in February when he's brand new to the team would be kind of odd. Now, us as fans, obviously, we have somebody that we want as our quarterback, and that makes sense as fans because fan is short for fanatic. We fall in love with somebody. We write a letter. Do you love me back? Check yes or check no. That's what fans do. We get behind our guy and everybody else doesn't matter. We hate their entire soul. And that's what fans are for. But coaches, they have to be level-headed. They have to be diligent and make sure they are picking the right guy. So I don't have a problem with a competition. Here's a caveat. As long as it's a competition, we can't have it like last season where you have some guys getting first team reps and you have some guys throwing to the Burger King worker down the street, making him a large fry. That's what we can't have. We have to make sure it is a fair competition. And I am going to say this. I have to believe wholeheartedly it will be a fair competition because Todd Monken hasn't showed me anything that it won't be. He doesn't have a track record that it won't be. I can't go off the Kevin Stefanski and just have my soul hurt and put that on Todd Monken. Now, who does this really hurt the most, in my opinion? I think it hurt Shedeur the most, if I'm being quite honest with you. Well, why do you say that? Why? Here's why. There's one man in this competition who makes a large sum of money that could sway who they pick, in my humble opinion. That's Deshaun Watson, if you didn't know who I was talking about. He makes a lot of money. I think he makes, 40-something million this year? I don't know the exact numbers. I'm not a capologist, and I didn't want to look. Because if I look, I'll probably throw up in a sock because he makes as much money as he does. Part of me still thinks deep down in my tootsie toes that if the competition is close and Shedeur doesn't pull away, he doesn't pull out of the race, as the clear-cut favorite, and it's nip and tuck. It's tight between Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders, and it's like the flip of a coin who has been better in the offseason. I just think, well, could be the final year of Deshaun Watson in Cleveland, and they want to take one more stab at it to see, maybe, just maybe, what does he have? Because we've already paid him a boatload of money. We don't want a $230 million quarterback just sitting on the bench if the competition isn't clear-cut and won by somebody else. That's why I think the big loser in this right now is Shedeur Sanders, and the big winner in this right now is Deshaun Watson. Because you can't tell me or convince me that, let's see, $230 million, a million something, or whatever, however much however much Shedeur Sanders makes. So that's why I think right now the winner in all this is Deshaun Watson. But I think going into this competition, it should be Shedeur Sanders to lose. I think he should go in getting the first team reps first. But then you alternate. Now it's your turn, Deshaun. Now it's your turn, Dylan. Yes, I am still putting Dylan into the competition because I am a fair man. I was raised to be a fair human being. That's what I do. So I don't have a problem with the competition. The only problem I have with is drafting a quarterback, or this notion that the Browns have to go and get a quarterback. I don't understand the fascination that people have with getting another quarterback. Well, Ty Simpson, he could be a steal. He could be worth using your pick. Or this love obsession that people have now with Malik Willis. Like he's played 35 games in the NFL and he's started 28 of them. He hasn't played that many games. He's played as many as Shedeur Sanders has. And now people act like he is the next Lamar Jackson. The obsessedness of Browns reporters and some Browns fans to want to go get Malik Willis just to do it, to maybe replace Shedeur, makes me want to throw up. Makes me want to puke. I don't get it. We need to build the offensive line, get weapons for Deshaun, for Shedeur, even for Dylan Gabriel. This obsession with another quarterback, I will never understand it. That is the only thing I don't agree with. But the quarterback competition, I don't have a problem as long as it's a competition. But I still hope and pray that Shedeur Sanders comes out on top, because I have had enough of Deshaun Watson. I don't want to see Deshaun Watson no more. If you think the 2020 Deshaun Watson is walking through that door, I have a land in Idaho, Yabitsky to sell you. That is a fake place. That is my point. You tell me what you think in the comment section. Do you have a problem with the competition, or are you okay with it? That's what it's for. Take those thumbs and fingers of power and type away. I appreciate all of you, every single one, from the bottom of my heart. And if you've made it this far, subscribe. You might as well. It's a good time. At the end of your comment, hashtag competition. Because here we are again. Turn on your notifications. And at the end of it all, until next time, it's all love. Peace.